Hey, this is another episode of Walk the Block, and I'm down here in Kensington, and we are going to talk to Samantha Woods from Kaizen Education Services. We're going to learn all about how they unlock the potential in kids and, get this, and in teachers, helping teachers de-stress the classroom. Stay tuned. Hey guys, we're back here at down in Kensington, and we're at the Kaizen Education Services place, but we had talked earlier in the episodes about what you do in person, but you're doing something new. You've launched something digital. Can you tell us about that, Samantha?
We have launched the Brain Hub Academy. Well, I guess it's launching in January. And we are super pumped because we've been doing an in-person practice, coaching kids with executive functioning challenges for over 10 years now. Yeah. And the dream was to pivot that and bring those tools and strategies and learning into the classroom. So we're creating a digital platform right now, thanks to Alberta Innovates and their funding. And we have an amazing team, including a lovely learning designer. And we are creating professional development for educators to learn about executive functioning, not just what it is, but how to teach these skills in the classroom and to just de-stress everybody.
Oh my gosh, this is so powerful. You know, you're speaking to my soul. I mentioned before my son has ADHD superpowers, as we call it in my house, and having an educator that knows about it and understands and can communicate with him is next level for his success. And so you were critical in the design of this. Is that right, Jen?
Well, I came on board. Sam has done a ton of work, obviously, developing so much of this content and the idea, and obviously she was the brainchild for the Brain Hub. But I was really honored when she asked me to be a part of this because I am an educator myself. I was in that world for 13 plus years, and I can only speak from my own experience, but it's really easy in that work to feel sort of forgotten. You know, kids are the priority. We absolutely are there supporting kids, but it's really important to create that space and time for educators to check in with themselves and honestly learn about their own brains. When I was in that world, I never had the opportunity to really understand how my brain functions, and I have ADHD as well. And so this was such a cool project to really be a part of and to help develop a structure and a flow with the learning that makes sense and that was accessible and fun at the same time.
I love that. So Jen, I know you guys haven't launched yet and maybe this is all secret, but can you tell me like some little tidbits of what makes this online program an experience for the teachers and something that they can digest with all the stuff going on in their lives?
Absolutely. What this is meant to be is an experience that actually simplifies your practice. It's meant to take things off of your plate. And you'll hear that a lot from educators, of them saying like, we've already got so much on our plate. How can this, how can we go through this and take this on? And then in the design of this experience, it's really trying to allow teachers with the foundation of the content and the information. But most of the Brain Hub experience for the educators is reflecting on their own brains, having the opportunity to be in conversation with their colleagues, and then think about those strategies and apply those things in the classroom. So it's not meant to be a massive amount of time, but it really is a tangible takeaway that they can have to understand their own brains better and then work with kids more effectively, which truly does simplify their practice.
That's amazing. So when you built this program out, how long is it? Like, do they do it in a day? Is it over a week? Tell me what it looks like for these educators.
That's a great question, and that's something that we'll be testing with feedback as well, you know, over time. I would say for the educator, the time is shorter. The student experience when they go through the online platform is quite engaging, and it's meant to be that way, gamified in that sense, because we want them being an active part of the process. For the educators, I would say most of their time is spent in their toolkit. So it's not, I would say it would be maybe less than an hour per module, but again, it's really individual and it depends on, you know, the time that they need to take and the experience for it to be meaningful as well.
Oh, that's just amazing. And so how do educators get involved? How do they find out about you guys to say, hey, I'm interested, I want to do this? You know, maybe they have 8 neurodiverse kids in their classroom and it's like a zoo, you know, how do they get involved?
So important to join our mailing list, first of all. Identify yourself as an educator interested in the Brain Hub Academy. And there is actually a section of our website where you can actually sign up as an educator, put your name down on the wait list. And actually, to get started, educators will receive 14 weeks of free tools and strategies just to start. And then once we actually have our platform set and ready to go very soon, we can then fan out some more information about costs and packages and whatnot.
I love that. Guys, this is so important and the work you're doing is so amazing. I know, like, we're ADHD, right? I don't know.
Pending, I'm pending.
Pending result. But like, we didn't have this when we grew up in school.
No.
And it wasn't really a topic, right? And you know, I mean, as a girl, I got underdiagnosed, right? And, oh, she's very talkative. She likes to help out a lot and do a lot of things. And like, she's, you know, high energy were the words that were in my report card. And it never really got diagnosed till it really impacted my grades, right? And so having teachers that are aware and have the tools that you guys are giving them to succeed and to connect, it is going to de-stress that classroom.
Absolutely. In this day and age, with all students being included in an inclusive space, we really need to empower educators with this information. It's not their fault they don't know, because it was never taught to us. You know, it's always amazing to think as educators, you know, we weren't taught about brains, which is so weird. We weren't taught about brains and how learning really works. And I know that's a function of kind of what we know now. We know better, so we can do better. So now that we know better with all this functional MRI testing and we understand how learning works, we can start teaching educators and sharing what we've been researching for 12 years.
And the fact of the matter is early intervention makes a difference for these kids.
100%.
Like huge. The statistics are just astounding. When you get help early, the ability to thrive and what they can do is just amazing, right? So I really applaud what you're doing. One last thing, could you give one tip to an educator watching right now of what they could do that's going to have an impact? One thing. Are you allowed to share?
Oh, one thing from our Brain Hub?
Yeah, could you share one?
So many. I think one of the big pieces is the importance of self-awareness. It's not a self-awareness is a tool and strategy. So as an educator, understanding your own brain and how your strengths and your needs, and being able to communicate that with your students so that you build that community of empathy and understanding and learning within the classroom setting. So I'd say self-awareness.
That's huge for all of us.
Can I add a thought?
Yeah, what's that?
I think it's so important to remember that maybe I'm biased, but I really think the best people in the world go into education. Like if you asked any educator why they're doing that work, it will be something along the lines of, I want to help kids. I want to make a difference in my community. And it's just, you know, at the end of the day, we all have a brain. You know, that's something that we all have in common, and neurodiverse or not, all brains are unique. And so in terms of a tip, being curious, as Sam said, about your own brain and about the brains of others simplifies things, and we're understanding each other better. So self-awareness and curiosity would be mine, I think.
I love that.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. That's just amazing. So if you guys want to get a hold of the Brain Hub Academy, you're going to go to the Kaizen website, which is
www.kaizeneduc.com.
Excellent. And we'll put all the links down in the description below. You guys, get your teachers. If you're a parent, get your teachers aware of this. Get your schools aware of this. If you're a teacher, jump on board. This is going to just de-stress your classroom, and who doesn't want that? Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.